This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, the AMC naked shorters are doubling and tripling down on the criminality because they can, okay? Do you guys believe that retail investors are dumping their AMC shares at this price? Do you believe institutions that are really long on AMC are dumping their AMC shares at this price? Of course they're not. Okay? This is just the bad actors doing what bad actors do, manipulating the price, using spoofing, washing, holding on to trades and not putting them into the open market because they can. Because they can. Because they know that the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI practice willful blindness to the fraud and corruption in a lot of stock plays, especially stock plays that are not majority owned by the 1%ers. If a stock is majority owned by retail investors and institutions that follow the rules and pension funds, the bad actors are allowed to engage in whatever malfeasance they want without any real repercussions, and that's what they've been doing to AMC for the last 5 years. And I'm going to tell you guys something. History is not going to be kind to the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI for what they allowed to go on between 2020 and 2025. And you know why? Because they knew what was going on. Everybody told them what was going on, and they did absolutely nothing about it. The evidence of the fraud and corruption is overwhelming, and it's absolutely crazy. Anyway, here are the AMC numbers. The volume, 9,344,246. You know those numbers mean nothing because they do whatever they want. 45.1% of that volume was shorted shares. So somehow they found 4,300,000 AMC shares to short into the market and manipulate the price, yet the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI don't see anything that requires an investigation. And they refuse to ask the very simple question every single day. Where did they get those shares from? Where did those shares originate? Who did they borrow them from? Who sold them those shares? I mean, it's absolutely crazy that they refuse to even ask the most basic question. 4,300,000 AMC shares show up to short in the market, and nobody's asking where they got the shares from. Nobody cares. And the reason they don't care is because AMC is majority owned by retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. If this type of trading history was going on with a stock that the 1%ers were long in, they would not tolerate it, okay? There would be a full investigation. There would be indictments. People would be in handcuffs. But every single day, they do what they want to AMC because the bad actors control the SEC, they control the DOJ, they control the FBI. And the short exempt, 40,208, more evidence of the counterfeit shares that's going on in the AMC play. And on top of all that, the days to cover drop. These guys found 4,300,000 new AMC short positions, and now they're claiming they can cover all of them in 5.71 trading days. How do you add millions more positions on top of your old positions? Don't cover the old positions, but somehow the days to cover goes down. The only explanation, in my opinion, is false data, or you send the FTDs, the fair to delivers, overseas so you don't figure them out in the equation. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Why do you think they can add 4,300,000 new short positions, yet the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI refuse to ask them where they got those shares from? Anyway, have a great day. God bless. I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.